Welcome back. My name is Teresa and I am so excited. I tend to use the word fuck as a comma and I think people really enjoy that. But if you're not into that, that's totally fine. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. Y'all, I'm all weepy. Before I filmed this video, I was at 49,999 and now I'm at 50,002. I work really hard on this channel and I love this channel so much, and I'm so happy that this community is really amazing and fun and just so garbage filled, and I just always appreciate each and every one of you for just keeping this rotund garbage boat afloat. I always say this, but I really couldn't do it without you. From, you know what's rude? That. Oh, I'll wait. It's fine. Just, you know, getting really sentimental for milestone achievement. No big deal. No big deal. Anyway. Oh my God. I love my channel and I work really hard on it. And I am just so thankful to have a really amazing audience. Next month will mark 3 years that I have started this really, really weird YouTube journey. And I'm so thankful that with your help, it has allowed me to get here. In a way, I feel like this has changed my life. And I'm so thankful for that. So, I'm just gonna do this to stop it, because this is, I mean, we need to be talking about makeup products. I feel like this is gonna be some people's first video of mine and they're gonna be like, I would watch you, but you're just too sappy. And I'm like, bitch, I fucking get it. Oh my God. Okay, listen, I don't wanna, I need to like cut the waterworks, because otherwise I'm literally gonna ruin all this makeup in the span of like 3 seconds. Thank you so much for being an amazing community. And thank you for allowing me to do something really, really cool. And thank you for watching me. I really appreciate it. And I'm so thankful to have this really awesome community. I met some really good people on here. I met some not so good people on here. I have made lifelong friends. I've had amazing opportunities that would never come my way had I not started a YouTube channel. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the engagement, whether it's good or bad. I appreciate it. And I love you. And without further ado, I'm going to clean this up. And we're gonna talk about some motherfucking makeup, because there's some things that I want to talk about today, and I'm excited. I am so sorry that I look so weepy-eyed, but whatever. Okay, in today's video, we have a fun little fun-size review where we're gonna be talking about 3 different makeup products that I've recently purchased with my own money. And I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts and feelings about each one of these products. The first thing we're gonna talk about is Samantha Ravndahl's brand. Now, mind you, I only picked up one product from her launch because the eye pots, they're cute, but like I know I'm never gonna fucking use them. So we're gonna talk about the Glow Lust, the new concealer and foundation from Marc Jacobs, the Extra Shot. And last but certainly not least, we're going to talk about the Urban Decay Arizona Divorcee palette, the Wild Wild West palette. So let's start with the Glow Lust. Auric Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer. For those who lust for luminosity, packed with ultrafine pearl and a skin-loving mix of squalene, glycerin, and porcelain flour, this artistry-grade adjustable formula gives you instant radiance and hydration. It can be worn alone, blended with your favorite skincare, or used as a highlighter on top of your foundation. So this product retails for $45 and it comes in 7 different shades. This product is fragrance, paraben, cruelty, and gluten-free. I love that I can eat you. You get 1.18 fluid ounces in this beautiful, in this absolutely stunning bottle. Can I tell you, I think, no, it's actually my second favorite part about this product. But aesthetically speaking, this is fucking everything. I love the cap. I love the little gold detail showing that the product is dripping. The product feels nice and weighted in my hand. It's luxurious. And I love that. Sorry, this is so fucking disgusting, but I should have cleaned you up. I'm sorry, baby. I love the pump on this guy. It's so good. It's so fucking good. That aside, is the product good? This product has to be one of the prettiest complexion products that I have in my collection. I chose the shade Morganite, which is a light cool beige and the lightest out of the 7 options. If you look like me, uncooked chicken, this will work for you. I've been also told that the shade above it can also work for uncooked chickens too. Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips assured me on that. And that bitch is like me, we look like paper. Anyway. As I mentioned in the description of this product, this can be worn alone, this can be blended with your skincare, under your foundation, or just used as a highlighter. This product's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. I love this thing so goddamn much. I'm just gonna cut through the theatrics here. If you were considering any of the products I'm gonna mention today, fucking just get this one. I have been using this as one of my sole primers ever since I received it, and I've been playing around with it for a couple of weeks now. This is fucking amazing. Oh my, it's so good. This product is very, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, except that the consistency is thicker, sluttier, and provides more coverage than that product. I have used this product with so many different foundations, and I love how easy it is to use. I love that it also provides another layer of hydration to my dead skin. I love this shit so much that this is coming into the casket with me. Which I know there are specific products that are coming into the casket with me. If you are interested, actually, press 4 down below if you want to see me talk about the products that would come into the mausoleum with me, okay? Because trust me, listen, the amount of products that I have in my mind, a casket's not gonna fit it. Bitch, I need a fucking mausoleum that looks like a small Sephora store, okay? Anyway, if you want to see that video, let me know down below. I love this product so much, I literally just want to rub it all over my body. Like everything. The glow that you get from this product under your foundation is unreal. It's not overly radiant where you look like a recalled sex robot, but it provides the right amount of radiance to the face. It's that permanent glow from within. And honestly, I'm so fine with just that. A glowy primer that gives me additional hydration and makes me look alive. Then I use this as a highlighter. All liquid highlighters, just stop production. Just stop making all liquid highlighters. You don't need any. Just get this. Just get this one. This is probably hands down the best liquid highlighter I will ever fucking use. Ever, okay? Ever, bitch. This shit works so well on top of powder. And I know you're not technically supposed to be mixing cream products on top of powder and blah, 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 whatever. This is so good. It doesn't pull away any of the products underneath. It looks so seamless, so beautiful. It gives you that permanent fucking meat sweat look. I am obsessed. My preferred method when applying this product is actually just kind of dabbing the product on my fingers and then blending it out with my fingers and then setting it just a little bit on the edges with some light setting powder. But you can most certainly apply this with a sponge. I just love working it into my skin with my finger. I don't know. What can I say? I love fingering myself. Anyway, I didn't experience any skin irritations, no breaking out. It didn't emphasize any texture on my skin. It didn't sit in my fine lines that have been creeping in back here. Don't even get me started. And I think the best thing about this product is the fact that there's no glitter in it. I find that with some hydrating primers or some liquid highlighters, there's a fair amount of sparkle in there where it looks like Tinkerbell shit on your face. Not this, boys. This is so fucking solid. She is so different from everything else. She is glitter free. She's amazing. Highlighters need to aspire to be like her, okay? Like, she's fucking everything. Like I mentioned before, this has worked well with a lot of different complexion products from various finishes and coverages. I've had the same experience every single fucking time. And hands down, this actually might be my favorite product of this year. I'm already claiming it as the favorite product from this year. That's how much I fucking love it. Now, I'm a huge fan of the
Charlotte Tilbury
Hollywood Flawless Filter. Like, I really am. But after trying this, it's like, bitch, who? Charlotte who? I don't know her. She doesn't even go to this school. And I know a lot of the shades are currently out of stock. I have no idea when they're coming back. I most certainly want actually the shade above this one because I need to have more. I need to have more. This has exceeded my expectations and then some. And this is something that I will happily repurchase time and time again because of how much use I'll get out of it. I believe in Samantha's video, she did mention that this will last you for a very long time. And I really appreciate that because especially with the high price tag. But you know what? The amount of times that I fucking have used it so far with just mixing it with everything, it's like, I definitely can see myself repurchasing at least another bottle of this within the next few months. I totally see that. If you have been skeptical about this and you're looking for something that really has a really beautiful, glowy, hydrating, it's literally going to make you look like a better person. Really, look no further. Check this out. I love you. Thank you. She always compliments me so well. Anyway, definitely go check this out.
Marc Jacobs Beauty Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer and Foundation. A 2-in-1 caffeine-infused concealer and foundation with natural-looking, full coverage and all-day wear to visibly brighten and re-energize all skin types. Fake the extra sleep with the flawless finish. This hydrating, crease-resistant formula blends seamlessly to quickly conceal dark circles, blemishes, and redness. With an oversized applicator for a quick all all-over coverage. It works several times as a buildable foundation for a visibly smoother, more even-toned complexion.
So this product retails for $39 and it comes in 30 different shades. This isn't bad, but there are definitely other brands that have more robust shade ranges. This bottle is fucking tiny. Tiny, okay? Like, I feel like I'm doing a magic trick. Where did it go? For $39, you get 15 milliliters or a half a fluid ounce, which traditionally most foundations offer you 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters. Much like your dandruff situation, this is a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. So on one hand, as a foundation, it's super fucking expensive. But on the other hand, as a concealer, it's actually not that bad. You're getting a lot of product for that price. However, if you use it to coat your whole fucking face like I do, well, yeah, it's gonna be pretty fucking expensive. The applicator is this adorable doe foot that feels comfortable on the skin when applying the product. This product is marketed as a natural finish, long-wearing, hydrating, full coverage. The other claim of this foundation is that the caffeine in it will re-energize and revive your skin. The oat extract will calm and soothe your skin, and there are 5 forms of coconut in this product that will hydrate and nourish your skin with an abundance of vitamins and nutrients. If you don't like coconut in your products, then this is definitely not for you, fam. I have worn this foundation for, I don't know, like the past 2 weeks or so, or maybe 10 days. I don't know, I forget, whatever. Time is but a social construct. I chose the shade 140, which is considered light with warm neutral undertones. I initially wanted the light 130, but it was out of stock, and that foundation had cooler undertones. I was considering getting the shade 150, but I feel like that looked a little bit too dark for me. Now, the warm neutral undertone is definitely on the yellow side. I wouldn't say that it's like the yellow guy from Sin City, but there's definitely a little bit of warmth to my face. I have dry skin, and I usually do not fuck with matte foundations just for that very reason. I personally prefer natural finish foundations because sometimes if you get a hydrating or a dewy finish foundation, there's a tendency to look really oily on my skin and I break out. So I feel like natural finish is the best of both worlds for me. I like natural finish because while it does offer some subtle luminosity, it mirrors what your skin should look like if you choose to take care of yourself. You know, if you didn't hate yourself. As someone who has dry skin, I prep the shit out of my skin beforehand. I make sure I use plenty of moisturizers, and I usually have at least 2 primers for additional hydration. Now, my primer cocktail is the Fenty Hydrating Primer and the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. Now, I found that when using those 2 primers with this foundation, it looks like my face is very hydrated, and then it immediately goes to matte. The foundation will hang on to every dry patch that I have on my face. This foundation does dry down to have a light powdery finish on my skin. So I found my skin looked pretty cakey when I would add any additional setting powder. And mind you, I have a light hand when applying powder just because I'm so dry. The thing that kind of sucks about it is that if you don't use additional powder to set your face, it does have a tendency to transfer, especially around my nose area. I wear glasses, so I would often have like really huge fucking dents around my nose area. Super fucking annoying. So it kind of sucks for me because I need powder, but I can't apply too much powder because otherwise it looks cakey. So it's kind of best to not overdo it. So you have to be very mindful of how much product you're using and not to overdo and add to the cakiness to your face. However, I need powder because it tends to transfer around my nose. This foundation provides a high medium coverage that can be built up to a full coverage foundation. But it comes at a cost. On my skin type, when I build it up, it becomes more and more powdery. So I have been trying it without the Tatcha and the Fenty and have just been using the Auric Glow Lust, or sometimes I'll use Highlight of the Day by Maya Chia. And I found that when using those 2 products with this foundation, it's so much fucking better. I definitely can get more luminosity and I have a subtle sheen as opposed to the Tatcha and the Fenty, where after some time, my face looks and feels very matte. Now, to keep my skin looking very luminous, what I like to do is after I'm done doing everything, I go back in with the Auric, just apply a little bit more highlighter, and I find that my skin looks a little bit more re-energized. So I definitely wouldn't say that this is the product that's giving me luminosity. It's definitely this one for sure. Now, I have worn this foundation out and about with a mask on, and I found that when using a light amount of setting powder and the Auric as a primer or the Maya Chia, there is less transfer. It didn't settle into my fine lines and my skin looked very, very healthy. Throughout the course of the day, I have a beautiful subtle glow, and then it kind of dies down to like a little glow, and then it goes immediately back down to matte. But it doesn't happen as fast as say when using the Tatcha or the Fenty products with this foundation. At the end of the day, there was some buildup, especially around my chin area and around my nose. I noticed the foundation started separating and that there is a light layer of dust on my nose. But the weirdest thing about this particular foundation is that up around my hairline, my skin normally isn't super dry up there, but this foundation just clings to every fucking dry patch that I didn't even realize that I had. So at the end of the day, I have like this nice little layer of dry skin. It's the fucking weirdest and creepiest thing possible. The other day, I actually was like flaking it off and I was like, oh my God, I am a fucking snake. Like, it was so bizarre. I don't know. But granted, that was also at the end of the day. I didn't notice it until about the 8 to 10 hour mark. Now I know you're probably saying, well, have you just used the product by itself? Because sometimes people just don't like primers, and I hear you, bro, I hear you. The thing is, when I use it by itself, this product somehow makes me even more dusty, where it looks like I need to be dusted. So by itself, I don't like. I definitely need to use it with the glowy hydrating primer just to make it work on dry skin. As a concealer, this is fucking garbage. Garbage. I love that this product claims that it has a lot of hydration in it, because as a concealer, bitch, it sucks any life you have underneath your eyes. And then it just shoots it into space. I don't know where else it goes beyond that, but there is nothing. Your under eye area will be so dry and dusty, if you gently touch it, you will collapse in on yourself. I've seen it happen, okay? I even tried to save it and put a hydrating concealer on top of this. Oh man, that made it worse. Just don't. So anytime that I'm gonna be using this, I have to stop right here. I can't go any further. If I go any further, I will cease to be. Overall, I'm not mad that I purchased this. I'm just really disappointed. You know, like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Which really means that you're actually even more mad than saying that you're mad. I think from all the claims of this foundation and concealer, I really had high hopes for it, and the fact that it didn't deliver, it's like, I really expected it and wanted more based on the claims of this product. I didn't like how my face fell flat after initial application. And to me, that's even more mind-blowing because it's the two primers that I pretty much use day in, day out for the longest time now. And that combination pretty much works with almost anything and everything that I've tried. It somehow sucked the life out of me more, which is just so bizarre. It's funny that the primers that actually did work with the foundation were more expensive than this foundation. So I think that's really funny. So yeah, I don't classify this as a natural finish. This is straight up matte, sweetie. Like, this it's matte. She's matte. Especially if you have dry skin, she's matte, boys. The other thing too is I didn't really find anything like remarkable or stand out when using the product. Like, I like the doe foot. I guess that's probably the best thing about this, is that I love the applicator of it. But beyond that, it's like, the formula is not enough for me to ever want to repurchase this ever again. Of course, I'm going to use this, but I definitely think that I'm going to use this very sparingly. Because it's just like, it's such a pain in the ass to just try to make it fucking work for dry skin. Fortunately, this is not shit your pants amazing. So, I mean, I would personally pass on it. But if you are interested in trying this, definitely do not purchase this at the full price. Definitely wait for a Sephora VIB sale or a Marc Jacobs sale or whatever sale tickles your dick, all right? Don't pay for this full price. It's not worth it at full price. Shit, it's not even worth it at fucking half off, but whatever. But bottom line, definitely try to steer clear because there are so many more better options on the market and this just ain't it, sis. So, bye. Next.
Urban Decay, the Arizona Divorcee palette. Blaze your own trail with the newest Naked palette featuring 12-shade lineup of cruelty-free and vegan eyeshadows. From terracotta to deep copper and turquoise green, the shades are inspired by California's deserts, Joshua trees, endless skies, and your husband leaving you for his secretary. Choose from creamy mattes, metallics, and shimmers that blend seamlessly with the included dual-ended eyeshadow brush. The iconic velvety Naked formula can be used solo or layered to create endless looks.
All right, boys, let's get deep with this one. This is the newest member of the Naked palette family. This retails for $49. I love the outside packaging. It's absolutely adorable. You know, when I saw the outside, I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to see the actual color story. And I kind of just feel like, you know, it doesn't really match all that well. Like, yes, Sort of, but not really. I feel like, if anything, the inside is a much more tamer version of what could have been. Now, when you open her up, you get a nice full-size mirror, you get the double-sided brush, and this lovely basic-ass color story. The color story consists of 12 shadows, 8 mattes, 2 creamy metallics, and 2 shimmers. So let's break it down by formula. The first one we'll talk about are the mattes. They are good. They're fucking good. And I'm not facetious when I say that. They're good. I know. Trust me. Okay, trust me. They're good. They're quite pigmented upon initial application, which is fucking mind-blowing. I know. But the formula is very similar to the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette, which is my favorite naked palette from Urban Decay. I like this matte formula because it's no frills and it's very easy to work with. There's some light kick up and some fallout depending on what shades you use. I find that the darker mattes have the most fallout than over the lighter neutral shadows. But I will note that the darker shadows, where there is some fallout, the fallout can sometimes be a little difficult to clean, so it's always best to do your eye makeup first and then your base. Or if you can't do that, definitely put some sort of setting powder or whatever to try to catch those little crumbles. When using the matte shades, I blended them to create a gradient between the colors, and I didn't find any of the matte colors to be particularly patchy or muddy when combining colors. Everything stood on its own. The matte formula, again, is very consistent to the other naked palette that I have in my collection, and in a way I kind of feel like this palette and the honey palette can go hand in hand. I didn't experience any issues with longevity when using the mattes, and I'm actually even more impressed that the darker shades had a really good longevity, because I usually find that blues are very difficult to make. They usually wind up balding out after a certain time, and I have to say that I had the blue shade Tex on for quite some time and it still looked as vibrant as when I first initially applied it. So really love that about the mattes. I know, I feel weird saying it too, but I really like it. I really like it. Let's talk about the creamy metallics in this palette. Now the two shades are next to each other. You have the shades Hold'em and Cowboy Rick. Cowboy Rick is giving me all the porno vibes. And you know what? Not mad at it. The creamy metallics are awful. They fucking suck. They suck. I hate them. I hate them. These are definitely the shittiest shades out of the whole palette. A little bit about me. I always use glitter glue when using any sort of metallic or shimmer shades. And I do that because I don't like setting spray. If I use setting spray, some shadows have a weird chemical reaction to them. And on my skin, since my eyes are so sensitive and I have sensitive skin, it creates this really fun, spicy butthole effect that sounds really cute, but a chemical burn on your eyes isn't. The other reason why I use glitter glue is because I have hooded eyes. I don't have a lot of real estate, so I have to make sure shit stays in place. If I don't use glitter glue, that shit's all the way up in my fucking eyebrows. I look like Mimi Bobek. It's a look. When using these shades with glitter glue, they don't show up. They don't show up. I almost had to put out a missing report for these shadows because I was like, where the fuck did they go? After the 15th fucking coat, they finally show up. However, when you use a finger, it's instant payoff, but the fallout sucks ass. It literally goes all down your face. It's not easy to clean. It leaves a nice layer of glitter bukkake everywhere. It's fucking gross. Looks like you fucked a disco ball. Nobody has time for that. When I finally did get a solid opacity using these shadows, I didn't notice any cracking or fading with this product, so that's good. However, when these shadows, when blended together or blended with the other shimmer shadows in this palette, it could sometimes have a crunchy exterior. And while that sounds delicious, it's not. I'm not a fan of wrinkly balls, and I sure as fuck don't want to look at them when I'm looking at my eyeballs. I'm just not a fan of texture on the eyelids. I know there's some people that are. For me, it's just, ugh, I hate it. It just makes me look just fucking decrepit. I hate it. However, I will say that in small doses, these shadows aren't so bad. So if you use it with a very small dense brush as like an inner corner highlight, they're cute, they're fine. Or if you gently use it on top of existing shimmers with your finger, not as bad. But that is literally the only time you can use those shades. Other than that, to use them on their own, not so fucking good. I don't know why. Last but not least, in this palette, you have two shimmer shades which are right next to each other. Bud is described as a woman in Arizona who's leaving a failed marriage and discovered the color turquoise and wants to start making pottery and creating her own Etsy shop. Now the shade next to that is Rustler. Rustler is one said divorcee is going back to the local bar and getting herself a real cowboy, or at the very least some fat drunk asshole who says she looks like Stevie Nicks in a seedy bar lighting. Anyway, I don't know about you, but those two shades give me the vibe of a hooker in the 70s motel, and I'm not that mad about it. The shimmer formula is not bad. It's not bad at all. Compared to the metallic formula, it's fucking amazing. But a shimmer on its own, it's fine. It's workable. Not my favorite shimmer, but definitely better than those metallics. What I like about the shimmer shades, you can apply this with a dry brush. However, I found that when using glitter glue or even saturating your brush with some water, there's a more intense opacity. When used with glitter glue, I found that everything stayed into place. I didn't notice any fallout. I found that they blended beautifully and I didn't experience any longevity issues with those shades. I think when I first started playing with this palette, I was on the fence about it. I think the best thing about this palette is the matte shades, then followed by the shimmers. The mattes are surprisingly really good, and I'm happy to say that this formula is very consistent, at least the mattes anyway, are very consistent to the honey palette. Like I mentioned, the shimmer shades, they're okay, better than the creamy metallics, but not the most amazing thing in the world, but they'll get the job done. The metallics, they're just a hard pass for me, and I really don't think they should ever continue with this formula. It's not good. It really brings nothing to the table. It's a lost cause. Now, do you need this? I think if you're really into the color story and you really have a hard-on for the Naked palettes, I still don't really think it's worth it, the $49 price tag. I think if you can get this 20% off or 50% off, this would be a much more attractive deal. So it's not terrible, but I could have waited on this one. Anyway, let me know how you feel about any of the products that I mentioned today. Did you pick up the Naked palette? Did you pick up the Marc Jacobs? Or did you pick up Auric? Let me know. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you not give a fuck? I want to hear from you. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful patron bubbies. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, really disgusting and filthy garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do it without you, and I love your adorable, delicious little faces. I cannot wait to eat you right up. If you want to know what is currently on my face, along with where to get my merch and my podcast, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.